Greetings, everyone. I'm delighted to share with you a message from the National Spiritual Assembly, the governing council of the Baha'is of the United States. To participants in the 2021 conference of the Association of Friends of Persian Culture, dearest friends, as you launch this latest of your annual explorations of the vastness of Iran's arts and culture, we welcome you with special joy and anticipation. This year's conference is, for a second time, being offered entirely by broadcast and on social media. It will thus reach audiences watching on satellite TV, as well as on several web-based social media platforms. By providing glimpses of the splendor of Persian culture, this gathering continues to encourage a deeper appreciation of the cultural heritage of Iran. As always, you will be stimulated and inspired this weekend by a rich array of scholarly presentations on and artistic performances of Persian arts as varied as calligraphy, literature, music, and miniatures. The conference's secondary theme this year is Humanity at the Threshold of Maturity, a perspective on the strangely disordered state of a contemporary society that affirms that events taking place are not random, but are logical outcomes of the inadequacy of outmoded and obsolescent patterns of thinking and understanding. But increasing numbers of people also are coming to believe that these occurrences are slowly preparing humanity to leave behind its adolescence for a mature and vibrant future in which all will be welcomed and respected, and the peace of the planet will be definitely and permanently ensured. Among the speakers who will offer their views on how society can be reconstructed on a new foundation of inclusiveness and equality, justice and peace, is Dr. Hoda Mahmoudi, incumbent holder of the Baha'i Chair for World Peace at the University of Maryland. Limitations of time prevent our acknowledging each of the weekend's other speakers and performers by name and accomplishments, but suffice it to say that the roster is replete with individuals outstanding in their fields, for whose contributions we express our deepest gratitude. You are gathered at an auspicious moment in the history of the Baha'i faith. This year marks the 100th anniversary of the passing of Abdu'l-Baha, who was the eldest son of Baha'u'llah, the faith's founder, and who today is increasingly being recognized as one of the most outstanding Iranian personages in history. As this is a singular occasion for Baha'is and for the world, a number of the weekend's presentations will focus on Abdu'l-Baha's extraordinary life and career and its many dimensions of significance and lasting import, from his 8-month 1912 sojourn in America and extensive travels across its length and breadth, to his tireless promotion in every setting of the fundamental oneness of humanity and principles by which universal peace may be achieved. Prominent among Abdu'l-Baha's voluminous writings and public and private talks is a treatise written in 1875 entitled The Secret of Divine Civilization. It provides sound advice of interest to all humanity, such as this: the honor and distinction of the individual consists in this, that he among all the world's multitudes should become a source of social good. Is any larger bounty conceivable than this, that an individual looking within himself should find that by the confirming grace of God he has become the cause of peace and well-being, of happiness and advantage to his fellow men? No, by the one true God, there is no greater bliss, no more complete delight. The treatise was specially addressed to the rulers and people of Iran. In it, he reminds his beloved countrymen of the past greatness of their nation, while providing a prospect of the glorious future that awaits them if they abandon modes of thought and being, such as religious fanaticism and the prejudice and animosity it gives rise to, that are hindering the nation's growth and development. It is a visionary call, as relevant today as when it was written well over a century ago. With the great respect that Baha'is across the globe feel for the land that was the honored cradle of our faith's birth, we close with these impassioned words of Abdu'l-Baha. O people of Persia, look into those blossoming pages that tell of another day. Iran in that day was as the heart of the world. She was the bright torch flaming in the assemblage of mankind. Her power and glory shone out like the morning above the world's horizons, and the splendor of her learning cast its rays over east and west. O people of Persia, the heart is a divine trust. Adorn it with the coronal of pure intent, until the sacred honor, the abiding greatness of this illustrious nation may shine out like the true morning in an auspicious heaven. Happy the soul that shall forget his own good, and like the chosen ones of God, vie with his fellows in service to the good of all, until, strengthened by the blessings and perpetual confirmations of God, he shall be empowered to raise this mighty nation up to its ancient pinnacles of glory, and restore this land to sweet new life, and as a spiritual springtime, array those trees which are the lives of men with fresh leaves, the blossoms and fruits of consecrated joy. With warm and affectionate greetings, National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of the United States. Thank you so much and enjoy the conference.